So how can you make this property thing work? How can you move forward in this? Well, the thing is, there's so many people out there that are fearful. Maybe you know people like that who want to apply this into property, but they're scared and they don't know what to do really on how to make this practically possible. Or maybe you know people that are with very good resources, working for large companies, working for other people, where they are using all of those resources for them, yet they don't really believe that they can actually do this for themselves and make property work. And some people, they just need the confidence, the self-belief that you can really make this work. Well, how do you get this? How do you actually make it work? Well, what I'm going to be discussing today with you is one of the key topics which really helps people to move forward in property, and also if they don't apply it, it helps them to fail in property, if I'm honest with you, is the keyword that is all about working outside of your comfort zone. So now there are three aspects of you working outside of your comfort zone on how you can make property work, and I want to share them with you right now. Now, the first one is all about to do with your stretch zone. So how much are you prepared to where your realm is right now with what you're doing in property, listening to videos, getting information, your next step to be able to stretch outside of your comfort zone, how can you actually do this? Well, it's all about percentages. There's actually a system for this, and I'm going to explain what I mean by this right now. So you can decide how far you want to stretch outside your comfort zone, and you can measure this. So this could be 10%, this could be 20%, it could be 50%, or it could be 100% plus. 100% plus, yes. So let me share with you what I mean by this from personal examples, right? So right now at Premier Property, we work outside of our comfort zone, and we're in that 10 to 20% bracket. But there were times in my life, like for example, when I did my first development, where that was the first development I'd ever done. I was trying to find people who could help me and show me how to do this right and do it correctly, but I just couldn't find those people. And so, I had to go alone. I had to do it by myself. And that was really stretching outside my comfort zone. So when I talk about development, what I mean is, actually knocking down a building, demolishing it, and then, rebuilding that property with planning approval. Where that was, in the past, way outside of my comfort zone. And I would say that was a 50% outside of my comfort zone, if that makes sense. So, you can start thinking about your comfort zones. I remember a time when it was 100% out of my comfort zone. Back in the days when I started in property, and I remember a time when I was actually £178,000 in credit card debt. Now, I decided that I wanted to make sure that I get myself out of that £178,000 in credit card debt, and that was going to be through property. So there was a decision that was made, and was it uncomfortable? Of course it was. That was massively uncomfortable. So that you could sharing with you could be 100% for you as an example. You'd have your own. Right now we work outside of our comfort zone within 10 to 20%, which to be fair is quite reasonable, very doable, and it keeps your property business growing like it does at Premier Property. So start thinking about your percentages. How willing are you to be working outside of your comfort zone, and write down a percentage that you feel that you can be working to. So, you can really assess this and understand how far you are willing to go, like I say. So the second aspect of your working outside your comfort zone and getting rid of the fear and getting the fact that you can do this is also understanding that, you actually have how can I say it? How can I put it? You having your control. No one can really control you. You have in your control, within you, a way of making yourself become comfortable in an uncomfortable situation. I'll explain what I mean by this. So for example, when we're doing complicated deals and I'm maybe going into one of our investment areas with one of my sources, and I know that there's a really good deal to be had, but I've got to negotiate with the vendor, that is slightly uncomfortable. When I'm having to deal with contractors, where they've maybe made a mistake on something, and I've got to make sure that I've got to have a direct conversation with them to actually make sure that is rectified. Now, me being a friendly person, me people, really being loving people and being around people, I don't really like confrontation, but you've got to have that direct conversation. So that is uncomfortable. So in these situations, what I find, and I hope this is helping you, is it's about making yourself internally comfortable, as you're getting into that situation. So things that help me with, things like that, with projects and so on, it's about making yourself feel good. So how do you make yourself feel good? So you might like a cup of coffee, or you might like a tea that you like. I know these are small things, but these are the things that will just nurture you in that instance, and make you feel good and allow you to stay outside of your comfort zone, so you can resolve the situation that you need to resolve, so that you can actually move forward. So little things that make the big difference. Like I say, a cup of coffee. Maybe you decide to have your favorite food, if that's you. Yeah, something that will help you to understand that you are working outside your comfort zone. Maybe you give your loved ones a quick phone call. You're working through something in property, and you remind yourself why you're actually doing this. If you've got children, you give them a call, you listen to their voices. Yeah, something that really inspires you and moves you forward to stay outside of your comfort zone, yet still make you feel comfortable within on why you should be doing this. Hope I'm making sense here for you in what I'm saying. We're going very detailed, but this is how we do deals at Premier Property. So start thinking about your internal comfort zone. Start thinking about your bigger vision. What is that big vision that you initially started with? You wanted to create financial freedom. You wanted to replace your income. You said that you was going to make a commitment to yourself and actually get this done and make it work. Well, whatever your reasons were, who you're doing it for, well, bring it to the forefront of your mind. And every time you're in an uncomfortable situation, you're stretching outside of your comfort zone to the extent that you want to, yeah, you can decide to think about these things to make it work for you. Now, remember, the percentages of the choice is yours. So, if you are having to build huge momentum, you might be working 20, 30, 40, 50% outside your comfort zone. Or you might decide that you are happy to be working outside your comfort zone by 10 or 20%. Working outside of your comfort zone by 10 or 20% means tangibly that on a yearly basis, you are going to increase your revenue by 50 to 100%. Feel free to write these numbers down. So working slightly outside your comfort zone really compounds on what you can achieve. Working outside your comfort zone could mean, rather than doing one deal in a year, that you start to do 2, 3, 5 in a year. Or, you could compound that and work further outside your comfort zone, where you set yourself a target, like we have at Premier Property, to be doing anything between 7 to 12 projects every single month. That's outside your comfort zone, but it becomes a lot of fun, if I'm making sense here for you. So think about, your targets, think about how far you want to be working at your percentages outside your comfort zone. And the third factor that I want to be sharing with you is all to do with getting practical knowledge, so that you can understand that, while you're working outside your comfort zone, the comfort factor within that is that you know what you're doing. So, are you investing in buy-to-lets? Do you have a system for this? Do you actually have a plan that will help you to move forward and get the strategy right? Or are you investing in houses of multiple occupancy? Do you know what you need to be putting in your properties? Do you know, have you got some guidance? Have you got support? Can you talk to someone? Can you get in touch with someone who can actually share with you how to do all of this? Or maybe you're doing larger developments. Have you got that assistance? Have you got someone that you can call upon? Have you got a process in place that you can follow that allows you to work outside your comfort zone but still be comfortable? So think about the practical knowledge that you can get, which will also may help you to become very comfortable outside of your comfort zone. Now, when you put these three key aspects together, so just to summarize, stretching outside your comfort zone, making sure that you are finding your internal ways of comforting yourself, and you have that practical knowledge. Add these together and you're absolutely going to be working very comfortably outside of your comfort zone to make this work for you. So start thinking about these, start applying these, and feel free to subscribe to my videos here that I'm sharing with you. Or you only got to click on the subscribe button to make sure that you don't miss out on any of the new videos that are coming up. And I will carry on sharing with you specifics and ways that you can move forward in property. So stay safe, stay connected, and take your property investing to the next level. I'll see you soon.